Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be an extended weekend reading, looking at the energies surrounding us over the weekend of October 19th through the 21st. For the main spread, I'll be using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort, and I have pulled one additional oracle card from the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading will be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information as to how to do that can be found in the description box below this video. And just a big thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch my videos, to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so let's get into the reading. We have in the past position, so the energy as we come into the weekend, we have the Five of Cups, followed by Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot. And the outbound energy for the weekend, we have the Six of Swords. The card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the weekend is the Queen of Wands. I love her in this deck. I think she looks so fierce, right? She's fearless, the Queen of Wands in this deck. And from the Earth Magic Oracle deck, we have New Moon, Promise. And I'll get into the full meaning of this card after we go through the main spread. So, with this Queen of Wands as the overall energy for the weekend, the suit of wands itself deals with, the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with our jobs, right? The work that we do. Then, it can also be our own determination, our own drive, passion, ambition for the work that we do. It can also be like creativity, creative projects, new endeavors, right? And with this being the Queen, when we have court cards in a spread, they can be people who are playing a significant role in our life, in this case over the weekend. If so, she would typically be an older fire sign individual, even though she is a queen here. In these general readings, it's not gender specific, so male or female, but, fire signs, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And, the kings and queens, they've usually mastered their particular suit, which is why we tend to think of them as older energy, right? So she has mastered the suit of wands, and she is a very, she's a very powerful individual, right? She's very good at handling many different things. She's kind of a force to be reckoned with, right? She's not afraid to take on, a number of different tasks, and she does everything very, very well. I mean, even if she's dealing with 20 million things at one time, she can handle it, and she handles it well. She's very determined, right? She won't stop until she completes whatever her tasks are. And she's a very strong character, right? She's very powerful. She's very self-assured, this Queen of Wands. So again, could be an individual playing a significant role in what's going on over the weekend. Could be you taking on the Queen of Wands, the energy of this Queen of Wands as you are handling a situation over the weekend, as you're moving through the weekend. So if so, this is you, just being very strong, very capable, very creative, kind of accomplishing, many different things. She's also a very, she's a magnetic type of, people are drawn to her. She's very attractive. This might be you over the weekend. Maybe you're coming across as more attractive than normal, right? Maybe you have more kind of energy. There's more confidence. You're exuding more confidence over the weekend, so people are just kind of drawn into you. Or this could be you, handling things in a very, strong and capable manner, or approaching a project or a business venture with this very creative type of visionary approach, right? So many different interpretations here, but what you're dealing with, just looking at the three cards kind of, first glance, Five of Cups is a card of disappointment. In this deck, it's called disappointment, followed by, forward momentum, forward movement, victory with the Chariot, and then transition. The Six of Swords is the outbound energy. It's a transitioning card. It's one of the two transition cards in the Tarot. We have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. And it generally speaks of, moving out of difficult times, a difficult situation, troubled waters, into better times, into, a better situation. So there's an improvement. And with the Chariot sitting, in the middle of your spread, this isn't the ultimate kind of victory card. It's again, this movement, forward momentum. So, and with the Queen of Wands as the overall energy, you're definitely pushing through and moving out of, whatever this Five of Cups energy was. And for a lot of you, you've already been through this. It does sit in the past position, but you're moving out of it, so kind of looking at the cards as a whole, overall, I would say yes, you're moving out of, whatever this may be, sad, disappointing situation, you're transitioning out of it over the weekend. So, looking more deeply here at the Five of Cups, the Suit of Cups itself, it deals with our emotions, our feelings, relationships. It's also how our emotions affect our behavior, affect our relationships, right? How they move us through life. And the Five of Cups, in this deck, it's called disappointment, and it does speak of, it can be maybe something didn't work out the way that you had thought, maybe, like a situation that you initially, you were quite happy in that situation. As time went on, you figured out that, it really wasn't what you had thought it was or what you wanted. Now there is, I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me hold it up closer. You can see that there are 3 cups that have spilled out into the water, right? And she's looking so sad and so disappointed by, what she has lost, what she no longer has, that she's not even paying attention to the Two of Cups that she has right beside her, right? And if we think about the meaning of the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups can be the soulmate card. It's a connection, a deep connection, a soulmate connection with another person. In this case, it could be just, speaking of an opportunity that she's missing out on there, because she's so focused, she's so transfixed on, what didn't work out, the disappointment of whatever she doesn't have anymore, or what didn't work out for her, that she's not even paying attention to opportunities that still might, they might be around her. So there's a need to kind of let go here, let go of any sadness, any feelings of disappointment, in order to move forward, right? To release this in order to experience transformation and growth and, and forward momentum, which, is coming in. We have that with the Chariot card. This is a major arcana, so significant, powerful energy sitting at the center of the reading here. And the Chariot, you can see that the man here, he's controlling the opposing forces, right? We have the light and the dark energy here, the white and the black, that he is controlling, right? He's controlling the animals here on the card, and he's just, he's charging ahead here. So it's about positive. It's very positive, but change, forward activity, forward momentum. It's associated with the sign of Cancer. So, there could be also a Cancer individual. We had over here, water energy. So again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Swords energy here, air energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Already talked about the one sign, but going back here to the Chariot, it's a card, of victory, a card of triumph, of self-confidence as well. And with this Queen of Wands, who's extremely, she's all about fierce self-confidence. This is also, it's about you taking control, you holding the reins, and you just, going full steam ahead. And there's change that's brought about here, but it's change that comes through choice. Okay, so, there's choice that comes in, but it's after significant choice. And I feel that, whatever this disappointment was, there's a choice for you to leave that behind. There's a choice for you to move forward, right, with the Chariot card. Now with the Six of Swords as the outbound energy, like I was saying, this is a transition card, right? Transitioning out of, I know in this deck it shows it's quite different than, the traditional depiction of the Six of Swords. Usually there's a woman, she's in a boat, and she's being rowed away from, choppy waters, turbulent waters into calmer waters. This obviously doesn't show it like that, but the meaning of the card is still the same. There is still, this movement, this transitioning, and we have the momentum of the Chariot card here. So leaving behind, moving out of, this choppy water, the disappointment, and into calmer waters, into success and victory, right? This can be actual movement, right? Even though this is this suit of swords, which is air energy, which is the suit of the mind, our intellect, right? Intelligence, our thoughts. This can be just mentally moving on, but it can also be, physically moving away, traveling across water, traveling to somewhere at a distance, right? Even to a country that's across the seas. So for some of you, that could be, this movement moving away. It could involve moving to somewhere at a distance, traveling over water or by water, traveling to somewhere near water. But it is a card of movement, but improvement, right? You're transitioning into something that is better. And what's going to, to help you here is by taking on this Queen of Wands energy, or by having this Queen of Wands individual around you, because you're going to have the drive, the momentum, the vision. You're going to have the, the strength to move forward, to take control, take hold of the reins, and go after whatever this is that, that's going to bring you greater emotional fulfillment. It's going to, and obviously this is going to play out differently for, for everybody watching. What you're moving out of, what this disappointment is, it's going to be different for everybody. This could be the disappointment of a relationship. It could be the disappointment of, a job interview that didn't work out, or, a job that didn't work out the way that you had thought, right? And even though you're very down about that, there's change, there's improvement. You're moving out of it. It's not the end of the world, right? It's about moving on. And doing so very sure of yourself, and just understanding that, these things happen. Try to look on the, on the bright side. No, this didn't work out down here, but look what you still have. You still have, the opportunity of the two cups. You still have this forward momentum. You have your own strength and your vision. So it's all about, looking, keeping a positive outlook, and looking on the bright side. And you do have promise as the guidance card. Let me find it here. New Moon is the name of the card. Hold on one second. Let me find it. Here we go. Found it. Okay. So just talking first about, the actual new moon, it says that, the new moon, it's the time of manifestation, beginnings, renewal, with the promise that our desires will come to fruition, okay? And then, the actual message that goes along with the card says, this is the time to launch a project, a new relationship, or something, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date, with your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself. That which you desire will manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize this idea. A promise has two meanings. It can be a commitment and guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of Spirit and your intention is focused upon what you wish to have happen, there will be fulfillment, and the promise is kept. That's interesting. And we do have, look at the moons here, right? We have kind of similar moons on this. So the card of disappointment, whatever didn't work out, it's all about the promise of what is still there. And it's up to us to, to keep our thoughts positive. And, the Six of Swords, it is, like I was saying, it is the suit of the mind. It's where we come up with our ideas, right? It's where we come up. And it's interesting that the way that they've put the swords here, it's like a wheel, right? It looks like a wheel. And we also have the wheel here on the Chariot card. I'm not sure if you can see it. So we have the kind of the mention of the wheel here. The Chariot, obviously, it has wheels on the Chariot. He's carrying this kind of wheel in his hands, and the wheel is, in the Major Arcana, it's a card of change, right? Of positive news cycles, of things, if you were on the downswing before, right? If things didn't work out, it's about, now being on the upswing. So this is a time for, remaining positive, focusing on the future, forward momentum, transition, right? Transitioning out of one situation into another, but it's, it's about keeping that new, keeping the promise alive, keeping the hope for this new promise and, and this new opportunity alive. And again, take on the energy of this Queen of Wands, right? Look how fierce. Whatever comes at you over the weekend, just know that, you can handle it. You have it all under control, right? So I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.